Greetings, everyone. Hope all of you are having an absolutely fantastic day. Last year, I reviewed and made a ton of content for a game called King Arthur Knight's Tale. You all know how much I love my turn-based tactical games, and King Arthur was one of the best released in 2022. On December 2nd, which should be the day this video releases, King Arthur is getting a significant update via a new Season 2 DLC and a massive patch that changes many of the base game mechanics. These updates are completely free and available to everyone who owns the game. There is a 60% sale on the game running from December 2nd until December 9th on Steam, making it very easy for new players to dive in. There's a link in the description for those of you who would like to purchase the game. I don't get a commission for your purchase, but it still helps me if you use the link because it lets Neocore know how many people who watch this video decided to check out the game. For right now, King Arthur is only available for PC, but next year on February 22nd, it will finally release for PS5 and Xbox Series X or S. Neocore Games was kind enough to provide me with early access to this content, and they are the sponsors of this video. Subsequently, let me make it clear, this is not a review. For those who are curious, I have included a link to my review from last year, which was quite glowing by the way, in the description below. Instead, this is an overview of the new content that is available with the recent update. First, let's recap what the game is for those who have never played it. King Arthur Knight's Tale is an indie turn-based tactical game with both RPG and roguelike elements. It is developed by Neocore Games, who also made Warhammer 40k, Inquisitor Martyr, and The Incredible Adventures of Van Helsing trilogy. The game takes a unique spin on the legend of King Arthur. As the story goes, King Arthur was betrayed by his nephew Sir Mordred and went to war against him. This caused chaos in the kingdom that didn't end until both men met in combat and fought to the death. Afterwards, King Arthur's body is brought back to the mystical island of Avalon. This point is where the game starts and has you taking over the role of Sir Mordred. Something has gone terribly wrong with King Arthur, and people believe you are the only one who can stop him. You can select up to 3 other party members from a pool of over 30 characters who are all figures of Arthurian legend. This includes Merlin, Sir Lancelot, Lady Guinevere, and many more. Each of these characters and Sir Mordred have their own class and unique mix of abilities. Unlike most games in King Arthur, just because 2 characters have the same class doesn't mean they will both be able to do the same things. You have to look through their character sheet to get an understanding of what the person is capable of that other party members are not able to do. This is an area that has seen significant change with patch 2.0. A ton of work has gone into balancing more of the abilities and making certain playstyles a lot more viable than they were when the game was first released. At this time, there isn't a full list of patch notes, but I can detail some of the changes that old players would find significant. Champion's Whirlwind ability action point cost has been reduced from 6 to 4, making it significantly more viable to use in combat. Marksman's Adrenaline passive, which provides 2 action points when killing a unit, can now only be triggered once per turn. In fact, most AP on kill effects have been restricted to work only once per turn. The Vigilance passive under Defender now reduces damage received from Overwatch by 50% instead of 25%. That's a small taste of the hero balance changes coming with patch 2.0. Each party member and Sir Mordred will have their own morality and personality. Throughout the game, you'll be able to make choices that flesh out the beliefs your version of Sir Mordred holds. Your religion can either be Christian or Old Faith, and you can also be either righteous or a tyrant. You are free to be somewhere in between, but rising to high ranks in a particular morality will unlock special rewards, including characters that you cannot access otherwise. It will also add more flavor to the banter Sir Mordred provides during exploration. The morality of your party members will determine how easy it is to gain higher loyalty levels with them, which increases their effectiveness in combat. There's more party member progression systems beyond this, including traits, elements you can gain from challenges, and a large selection of different weapons, armor, and accessories. Patch 2.0 adds a selection of new items for you to equip on characters. In addition to all this, you become the ruler of Camelot, which serves as your home base. Over the course of the game, you'll develop different aspects of the castle, such as its enchanted tower, training grounds, and of course, the round table. Each area of the castle can be run by a member of your round table, and some of them give special perks when they have specific titles. For example, Sir Mordred is a drill master, so if he's in charge of the training grounds, the physical debuff percentage for all heroes goes up by 11%. It costs money to renovate each area, so this is a slow progression system that will take you the entire game to complete. The new patch adds a forge to the castle that allows you to upgrade your weapons and armor. An item's attributes, level, or rarity can be increased. This is very advantageous because gear in King Arthur is randomly provided, and sometimes the effect you really want is only available to you on a low level or quality item. The forge will assist in letting you keep weapons and armor with the effects you really value. The forge doesn't take money. Instead, it takes gems that you can find in chests or automatically gain at the end of each mission. Consequently, investing into the forge doesn't slow your ability to expand the rest of the castle. Once you have leveled your characters and upgraded Camelot, it's time to go into the world and complete missions. Each mission is its own self-contained level. The only items you can use are your gear and 2 potions or scrolls that you have equipped prior to starting the mission. Nothing that you loot while exploring can be used until you return to Camelot. This significantly increases the difficulty associated with exploring, as there is a limited amount of ways you can restore health or armor. It also forces you to make hard decisions about how much to explore each area. Roaming the battlefields will give you more loot and experience, but also force you into more fights, which could make defeating the final boss significantly more difficult, if not flat out impossible. Combat forces players to put all their tactical ability to the test. Enemies are varied, spread out, and deeply entrenched. They have a variety of abilities and defenses based upon the enemy type and class. Once again, patch 2.0 comes completely free, and it's the largest update Knight's Tale has ever received. The patch notes are 25 pages long and nearly 9,000 words, so it's a massive change to the game, whether you are playing in-game DLC or starting a new playthrough. But that's enough about patch 2.0. Let's talk about Season 2, which is titled Rising Eclipse. When you launch Knight's Tale, there will be an in-game menu on the left-hand side. This is for seasonal content you cannot access until after completing the base game. Once you click Rising Eclipse, a menu will come up with all of your in-game saves. Loading into the game will give you access to a brand new mission chain that focuses on the Seelie and Unseelie courts trying to gain control over rifts that have sprouted up throughout Avalon. Only shade creatures benefit from the rift powers instantly. When starting a mission, they gain a 5% bonus to vitality for each rift, a 5% bonus to damage for the 4th rift and each following rift, and 1 additional action point for the 7th rift and each following one. There is no way to close the rifts during combat, so you just have to deal with potentially massive buffs for the entire team you are facing. Outside of combat, your team is able to close these rifts and prevent the shade from accessing their energy leaks. This also rewards you with Eclipse shards. In Season 2, enemies are higher level and more dangerous than in the base game. You will always be heavily outnumbered, and most times there will be at least one enemy providing a powerful buff to all of your foes on top of the rift buffs. To help even the odds, a Shade Altar has been added into Camelot. This altar provides a wide array of passive bonuses that apply to all Knights of the Round Table. Some of the benefits are incredibly powerful, such as a 20% increase in spell resistance, plus 2 action points on every first kill, or 1 additional damage point for each tile between you and the target. These rewards are permanent for the entire duration of your in-game journey. That's all the information I currently have about patch 2.0 and Season 2 of King Arthur Knight's Tale. Again, there's a 60% sale for the game on Steam running from today until December 9th, and all of the new content I detailed today comes absolutely free. If you decide to give it a try, please don't forget to to use the link in the description. I would really appreciate it. As always, if you have any questions or feedback about this content, please leave me a comment below. Hope all of you enjoyed this video. Take care.